The opinions you're about to hear are solely the opinions of your Handwrite Podcast and
Soda Boy Bob, let the record reflect.
Our intent is to inform and entertain, not to offend. So y'all sit back, relax, and we finna get to this business, y'all. And good evening, wherever you may be listening to us in the world. It's your Handwrite Podcast with your boy C-Ham, a.k.a. Cal-L, and I got my brother by my side.
D-Ham, a.k.a. Polo Ham. What's good with you, bro?
Man, everything is everything, man. Hey, we got a special guest in the house, man. Introduce the people, man.
Hey, man, it's Soda Boy Bob, man. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Trino Da Vinci. You know, y'all get at me on all platforms, Facebook, IG, TikTok, YouTube, you know what I'm saying?
My man. I gotta reach across and dap you out, dog, man. Good to have you. Good to have you home, man. All right. So, man. So let's kick right into this, man. To this interview, man. Y'all pretty much grew up together, man. So
yes, sir.
Let me tell you about this cat right here. Me and this cat have known each other since what? Jits, knee high?
92, 93.
Boy, I'm talking middle school, high school, grown, man. Me and this boy, we just was chopping up. Always been cool. Let me tell you what I know most about this dude. Always cool. Ain't nothing to play with though. Like you be like, well, when he snapped, you be like, damn, boy, where that came from? Boy, the cat used to show up to the basketball courts fresh to death. He'll play a game for 21. Had a mean jump shot. And then be like, all right, I'm finna go get this money. I'm finna go holler at these girls. I'll holler at y'all boys. And then get up. Man, in high school, bro, am I lying? In high school, boy, when I tell you this boy here,
he got his homo face on, man. Why don't you introduce yourself, man? Tell the people a little bit of something about yourself.
I mean, you know, we like I say, you know what I'm saying, we have, you know, troubled youth, you know what I'm saying. So a lot of the shit that I grew up doing, it was just acting out of it was really coming from a place of necessity. I felt like because of the hand I was dealt, I had to do. And I had to do certain things or whatever for my sake of survival because, you know, y'all grew up with y'all old boy, y'all old girl, you know what I'm saying? So showing up to school where a lot of my partners dropped out of school full-time grinding. And me, I was like late night, early morning, so like me and Bo, you already know how me and Bo used to rock like heavy, you know what I'm saying? Y'all like that. Right, JB. So, you know what? Well, a lot of individuals.
Shout out to Bo Cool Ass.
Ain't no question. What's up, big? We, you know what I'm saying? Like we had to hustle for our school clothes and, you know what I'm saying? All like playing football, all-star games. We had to pay out of our pocket. You know what I'm saying? Cause the truth is, like, you know what I'm saying? Like our parents was on drugs. You know, you have us, you know, mama's, daddy. You know what I'm saying? Pop, if they was there around. You know, we grew up in the '80s, so you know, a lot of us, you know, we had to fend for ourselves. So like anytime you saw me fresh, it was either probably because I had stole that shit or I had to actually sold some dope. You know what I'm saying? You know, you already know how I was rocking, you know what I'm saying, neck full of jewelry, all that shit. All that shit came from bases and shit, you know what I'm saying? So that was pretty much, man.
So you had to go sit down for a little while.
Yeah. So I did a state bid in 2000. I did 3 years in state. And then I came home. When I came home is when I really turned up. I got with some cats. I don't care to mention certain individual names, man. One of them, he gone now. Buck, shout out to Russ, man. Rest in peace. And another cat, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, them dudes went left. But I caught a Fed case, man. And I caught 30 years Fed. I caught a 30-year bid in the Feds. It was initially a state case. I bonded out, then the Feds picked it up. I went on the run, and while I was on the run, the Feds picked my case up. So between Atlanta and up and down the highway and stuff, you know. And you know, once I got to the Feds, man, it was a different ball game because now game is on the world stage. So you know, you can be somebody where you from. But the rest of the world don't know who you is. You know what I'm saying?
Big fish in a small pond.
Exactly. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, once I got to the Feds, I realized that like a lot of, for one, I realized why they said, certain places in the South were slow. And it wasn't nothing I was ashamed of, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, my thing was they didn't start making gangsters in big cities, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I put 27th Street Newtown niggas up with the best of them.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you know what I'm saying? It was a matter of sink or swim, because like I said on the world stage, like, and when I say that, the Feds is full of individuals from all over the world, right. And it's not just me doing state time in Florida, well, you know, this city, you know what I'm saying, versus this city. Now you're talking about all over the world, and then these people are separating you into categories of what state you from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and there was a lot of infighting within like what we call cars, you know what I'm saying, Florida cars and all of that there. And it was just me trying to find my place in this federal system and what them 30 years meant. I had no control over where they was gonna send me. So them guys that had you in California, New York, I ended up down there in Canada. Like, if you go through some of my social media, you'll see me up there in the snow. Like, we literally, like, I'm talking about, we closer to Canada than we is New York City. Mm-hmm. That's how, you know what I'm saying?
Upstate New York.
We in upstate New York, in the Adirondacks Mountains. So, you know, West Virginia, all these races that cry. So you on a compound with dudes, and it's separated, and then you might end up in somebody's backyard. Let's just say, like, New York. You in a New York backyard, or you in Alabama. It's an Alabama yard, you know what I'm saying? And so it's just having to adjust to that. So just trying to find my place, like I said, in the federal system, and then finding my place, you know, so finding myself within doing all that. I used to tell dudes all the time, like, you know, in the Feds, you fighting a war on 5 different fronts.
Right.
You fighting a war with the court system. You fighting a war with the individuals you directly around, which your peers. You fighting a war with the actual COs. Then you fighting a war with family, whether your old lady or baby mama ain't letting you see your kids or whatever. And then you fighting to actually, you know what I'm saying, come up out of it within yourself. So, you know what I'm saying, self-identity was big, and it's hard to find a peace of mind in a place like that. So, you know, eventually I found myself, but it was through a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, bumping my head, and you know what I'm saying. It was, but the losses and the failures is where I learned my most valuable lessons, though. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something, though. So y'all pretty much rock together. Y'all, you know, age-wise or whatever.
Yes, sir.
But you know, I was, you know, in the generation of your older brother and your sister.
Right.
As a matter of fact, you know, my uncle, my middle girl, my niece, princess. Hey, happy belated birthday, princess. You know, that was a barn party. But anyway, man, one of the things I respect about you, man, is that listening to them is that you didn't, and it's gonna be cliche-ish when I say this, you didn't let the time do you.
Oh yeah.
You did, you know. Yeah, you went ahead and you got some stuff together and put some things together for your future, man.
And that came later on in my bid. And one thing I did, like I even though I was in the streets, once I started having kids, I didn't want to be perceived as as the typical hood nigga. Like, even with my nieces and nephews before I had kids, I would never wear my jewelry around them. I never would come around them pants sagging. Even now, like, I don't,
cool, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was just. It was a respect thing with me. I could never like smoke and drink in front of my nieces and nephews. Right. It was just a respect thing because I never wanted them to think that this lifestyle is an option. So while I was doing time, I was never an ignorant individual. I used to, you know, I love reading, and so, you know, I was interested. When you in there, you know, you see dudes are separated into certain groups within the system, and then you got guys that's over here. Them guys might be, you know what I'm saying, fucking with the stock market, and these guys over here might be on some real estate shit.
Hold on, go back, dog. They mess with the stock market?
Oh no, yeah. I teach the market. Like when I was in, I taught ACE classes on how to actually read Japanese candlesticks, stochastics, relative strength lines. Like when it comes to actually like ETFs, but it was hard penetrating them circles because when guys have groups, there's a certain level of integrity, whether people know it or not. There's a certain level of integrity and discipline that you gotta have to deal with certain individuals because I was in penitentiary. I started my bid in penitentiaries, and time is valuable to guys in prison, regardless of what people on the outside think. And so you got guys that's like, you know what I'm saying, like the law library guys. You know, no nonsense. Like I ain't got time for foolish telling war stories and all that. Yeah, we all killers. Yeah, we all sold dope. We always getting money. So it's like, what are you talking about? Everybody around here got a life. So I'm saying, like,
got a story, man.
Exactly. So it's like, I don't want to hear your story. It's like, we got kingpins over here in Detroit. We got kingpins in Chicago and California. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, so it's like, you know, what are we dealing with each other for? How can I use you and how can you use me? So, you know what I'm saying? It's a difference between being used and then being abused. So, you just, you know, dudes try to make use of their time because you go on lockdown often in the penitentiary with scattered minds because, you know, and I was a part of that crowd where, you know, the only thing mattered was getting through the day. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, like, as far as me getting my shit together, it came through a series of, you know what I'm saying, sitting in the shoe, you know what I'm saying, 8 months, 11 months at a time. And I'm talking about sitting in the box. You ain't like Denzel Washington shoe program, yes, special housing unit. And you sitting, you literally sitting in there, you know what I'm saying? So, you can only sit in there just being frank and honest, you know what I'm saying? You can only sit in the cell, man, and, by yourself, do so many push-ups or jack your dick or beat on the door and rap for so long. At some point, you have to go within. And that's what most individuals is mortified of because the truth is, throughout the day, whether you on out here in the world, life is so microwavable and fast-paced. You're pretty much in the company of others all day. Right. Even when you sitting there strolling on your phone, and then when you broke down to something primitive, you know what I'm saying, mentally, psychologically, you just sitting in there and it's like you ain't got nothing to do. It's like I said, sink or swim. You're gonna let it make or break you. It's trial by fire. And you learn the literal definition of what hell is in the physical form going through that process. Right. And you're gonna actually come up out of that. And you know what I'm saying, make something of yourself, or you still gonna be pointing a finger, blaming, running from your trauma. And I chose to face my trauma head on. And it was you know what I'm saying, what I realized that like majority of us have a bunch of, like in the black community, we have a bunch of undiagnosed psychiatric trauma that we never deal with. And so we self-medicate, we you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't hold nothing against nobody when I see them still in that mind frame. It's like walking through the jungle, but I no longer, it's like I'm no longer that animal that's hunting. I actually know it's a difference between sensing and knowing.
It's like, what it is like, as a culture, it's you deem soft or feminine.
Ain't no question.
If you express your feelings or be like, hey, I'm fucked up right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going through something, like I'm fucked up. Oh, that nigga soft, he did,
ain't no question.
You know, and at the end of the day, reality is reality. And people are human. Like, it's only so much a motherfucker will take before they snap. You know what I'm saying?
No question.
You sat there and said, you know, and then like what you said, it's a mental thing.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Mind over body. Like, you have to rewire and get your mind right to kind of rewire to be like, hey, this is a situation. This is what it's going to be for a few years. I need to get with the program. What was that transition like? And you said, you know, case in point, you've been all over. You was in Coleman. Meech dropped. Meech just got released.
Yeah. Like I don't speak on that because I never read nothing in black and white. You know, I see what everybody's saying. That you know, the variations of opinions on. See, Meech fell right behind me, and ironically,
but you was in Coleman.
Well, yeah, I was at Penn too, but Meech wasn't there when I was there. Meech fell a few months after I fell, but we had the same sentence, 30 years, 10 years probation. I had 360 months, 360, like he had the same thing, and it was crazy because back then and I was nowhere near a big Meech. You know what I'm saying? Let me make that clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, back then, the way the dope disparities was, it was 100 grams to 1.
Right.
So based on my level of offense, I had crack. So they transformed that crack, each gram of crack into 100 grams of powder. Each gram was 100 grams of powder, even though it takes the same amount of cocaine to make, you know what I'm saying, that equal amount of crack. So those things changed during the Obama administration, and that's another story, because it went from 100 to 1 to 18 to 1, and they still fighting and trying to get all that stuff done. But so that put me in a category of a 360 month to life. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I ended up going to trial, lost. You know, they sentenced me. And when I got to trial, bro, ain't no question. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was man, you know what I'm saying?
They gonna have to tell me, huh?
Yeah, a nigga that I was extremely close to. You know what I'm saying? Shared some of my my father's memories with. You know what I'm saying? Came back and testified on me for a Rule 35. And so a lot of people don't understand. Like a 5K1 is when the person debrief on you when they first get locked up. A Rule 35 is them agreeing to come back and testify on you to get their sentence cut in half. So, you know, a 5K1, they may get a cut, but it might just be slight or for a certain type of favor from the prosecutor. But a Rule 35 is for them to get their time cut in half. He was sentenced to 10 years. I got all this paperwork in there in the room, all of that there. You know what I'm saying? Like, all my work is, you know what I'm saying? All the men that I deal with, certified and solid. You know what I'm saying? Certified. Yeah, that's why I named my podcast Let the Record Reflect. Right. Because everything on the first mixtape is called Let the Record Reflect, because I'm telling my story. I no longer, certain qualities and principles I'm going to forever stand on. But I realize that out here in this world,
everybody ain't standing on the same concept.
Yeah, and principally, I started doing it while I was in the system, just making a transition coming out of the federal penitentiary to the FCIs, which is a medium security. And it don't mean that it's less dangerous, because it's a lesser security, but at the same time, you can still get your issue. These dudes get stabbed at FCIs and shit all the time. It's like in the penitentiaries, people out of this, you know what I'm saying, this misconception that rats don't walk in the penitentiary. That's bullshit. There's several rats
walking
in the right. And, you know what I'm saying? They gotta be a little more crafty about how they move. You know what I'm saying? And you got some extremely dangerous and violent rats, and it's hard to actually beat them at the game. But my transition, back to the original question, my transition happened when I was in the penitentiary. There was a Mexican. I had went to the hole because CO lied on me. But you go through a lot of that shit. I sat in the box for probably about 4 months, and I came back out. Yeah.
Solitary, 4 months.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Them short months, like back then.
That's a mental thing, huh?
No, definitely. Like you go. It's like I said, it's trial by fire.
Right.
You have to be conditioned.
Seasoned.
You know what I'm saying?
And conditioned for this thing.
No question. You know what I'm saying?
New time nigga.
So, when I came out, I had made my mind up that I was gonna stop. I was gonna stop smoking, drinking. You know what I'm saying? Gambling. And that was 2013. You know, I got with some guys from Detroit, Baltimore, Philly.
True hustlers.
Yeah, and some homies from Florida too.
Right.
And they was big on the stock market, and I was trying to penetrate that circle. And I knew that I could, if you know what I'm saying, if I just eliminated a lot of bullshit. So, you know, I ran into some issues because some of the guys was like, no, you know what I'm saying, dude, problematic, you know what I'm saying, and what we doing is building. He gonna bring the fuck shit with him. And I'm like, nah, homie, like, you know what I'm saying, I gotta, you know what I'm saying,
about this money and about business.
And you know, some of them was, you know, they was like, nah,
low heads and they They move different up north.
They allowed me to, you know what I'm saying, pull up. And it was a Mexican. I never forget him. His name Tamayo Alejandro.
Chico came through?
A Mexican named Tamayo Alejandro. He had a life sentence for selling weed. Which was rare back then. He was selling a lot of weed.
He was selling a lot of weed. Tractor trailers full.
Yeah. From South California. We was walking back to the unit. He had said some words, and I had been studying back then. I was reading some Carlos Castaneda books. I had them read As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. And so he was saying some things, and I'm like, well, he been reading, you know what I'm saying? When you learn the language, certain people say certain words. I'm like, well, he didn't just say that by accident. Like, he said that with intention and on purpose. So, we started dialoguing and we walked back to the unit. Now, ironically, when we get to the cross, I was like, all right, I'm gonna holler. He's like, no, I'm going your way too. So when we get to the other fork and think he's gonna go to this dorm, he's like, no, I'm going this way. I said, what dorm you sleep in? He said, I sleep in the unit with you. I have been in the unit with this dude for about 2 years and never saw him before until my mindset changed.
Right.
So once I started vibrating to a different frequency, my eyes was open to other possibilities. And he introduced me to a book called The Master Key System by Charles F. Hammer.
Yeah.
And I started studying that book. And like I say, with studying that it changed my mindset of like what I was really capable of. I had a habit of starting shit and not finish it. Whether it was a song, I would start hustling a certain way and just grinding, and then I just lay down and just
be like, fuck it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of shit that I had. My life was a series of just unfinished material, and then that book led me into the mindset I have now. Like, once you start something, finish it. Even if ideas come to you for something else, jot that down, but don't, you know what I'm saying, deviate from the path that you on.
Stay the path.
That leads me to this question right here that we have for you. Now, if you want to show the people you fit, man, whatever.
Oh yeah, man. This Trino, that Trino Da Vinci drip. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and all of this, and it's crazy because I just showed how I drew it, and a lot of guys from that I was in prison with, I used to draw. Because I know how to draw enough to get the ideas out of my head. I'm pretty good at drawing, and I was drawing the clothes. I came up with the concept. Because I'm big on astrology, so when I would go to the hole, I would always
Aries.
Ain't no question, you know what I'm saying? And it's not, because my birthstone is a diamond and the ram, but the name is Trino Da Vinci. Through studying astrology, I found out that me and Leonardo Da Vinci was born on the same day. He was born,
I was wondering where the name.
Renaissance. What city of Renaissance, man? City of Renaissance, man.
I was in the shoe and I was studying one of my astrology books, and I was like, I kept seeing the name Leonardo Da Vinci. Leonardo Da Vinci, I knew he was an Aries. I was like, well, damn, I wonder when his birthday is, and I researched it, and came back, he was 1452, 415. And I was like, damn, he was born in with the more research with what's this guy name? I can't think of it right now, right off head. I got the book in there. But I found out that he was born on Easter Sunday morning in Florence, Italy or whatever. And I'm like, damn, my middle name is Trevino. So I was like, damn, Trevino Da Vinci. So I just doodled it around, you know what I'm saying? I drew the rounds, butt head. And then the diamond, if you look at the diamond, it's separated into 12 parts. You'll see the diamond, you know what I'm saying? You can go to the site too. On the logo, the diamond is broke down into 12 parts. So the 4 triangles at the bottom represent man's lower nature, you know what I'm saying? Earth, air, fire, and water, you know what I'm saying? We make up the physical being, and then transcending that. Then you got the 7 triangles above that, which is the 7 chakras in the body, which is the 7 stages of enlightenment. Then you have the 1 at the top, you know what I'm saying? So all 12 represent all 12 signs of the zodiac. And the sign is not just symbolic of the Aries, it's just what is represented is self-enlightenment, you know what I'm saying, self-realization, and the sign Aries being the beginning of the zodiac or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and the beginning of self-discovery, you know what I'm saying. So you don't have to be an Aries to wear Trino Da Vinci.
Right.
This is the history behind the design, you know what I'm saying, the number that's not IVXV, that's 415, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and with the Trino Da Vinci, you know what I'm saying?
Roman numerals.
See, now you was doing that while you still, you know.
No, in my ignorance, every time they would park me or sit me before I went to prison, and even up on the block, shout out to Maceo. Maceo used to give me books. You know what I'm saying? One of the first books he gave me was a book called Gods in the Inner City. I was opposed to, but I read it anyway. One day I was just down. I was, smoking. I read that stuff for more of entertainment than enlightenment, but I learned later on. It was 5% literature. You know what I'm saying? I started studying and I drew a liking to it. So I started studying everything, Christianity. So when I got in the federal system,
Jack of all trades.
I was able to communicate with whomever. I was any religious, and I was introduced to the Moorish Science Temple, man. Shout out to the Moors. I was Noble Drew Ali. I was introduced to a bunch of literature on Freemasonry, stuff like that. And those are the things that I read on my downtime, like when the doors locked, because you can only tell so many war stories. Me and my man was just talking about this yesterday. I don't give a fuck about, you know what I'm saying, like who you was on the street or who you profess to be. I'm dealing with the content and the character of the individual that I'm in front of. So, you know what I'm saying, like you had to actually be walking with a certain level of integrity, and you said it. In that penitentiary, your reputation is everything.
Everything.
If you got a reputation for being a slimy motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?
Snitch.
All of that, everything. If you
solid ass
if you stand up, and
They
you
say you solid as fuck too, bro.
Ain't no pressure.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Like I already know, they say you solid as fuck.
Ain't no pressure. All the men that I surround myself with stand on a certain level of integrity. Because some men you can trust with money and can't trust with a bitch.
Right.
You might be able to trust with some men you might be able to trust with a bitch and you can't trust with money. Some niggas you might be able to trust with both, and a lot of niggas you can't trust with none. So you gotta,
none of it.
you know what I'm saying? So
in that category right there.
you gotta learn how to play chess.
Right.
Not
checkers.
Rather than checkers, you know what I'm saying? I got a bar in a song. I got a bar in a song where I say, niggas playing checkers, when niggas playing poker, when they supposed to be playing chess, huffing, puffing, and bluffing, when they supposed to be saying less. Supposed to be strategized. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, chess is a game of strategy.
Right.
And poker is a game of bluffing. You know what I'm saying?
So, my homeboy, not only is he multi-talented and he has his own clothing line, but he also raps and spit in the words of that boy Dallon. Hot fire.
Yeah.
Bro, go ahead and give him a taste of that shit you be spitting, bro.
No, I'm saying, like, you just gonna break out in the middle.
Finish the shit. Bro, we're a fan of your music, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I appreciate that too, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing all I can. As you can see, I'm still on the leg monitor, so we ain't even. You know what I'm saying? I got. Like I say, I got some individuals. I got some things lined up. I got some
speaking like he lived it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You know what I'm saying? I got some guys. You know what I'm saying? Lined up as far as the music is concerned. PSMG. Power Swag Music Group. Y'all know what the Power Swag stand for, man. You know what I'm saying? When you know, man. It's a Sarasota thing. But yeah, it ain't what you think, man. Power Swag Music Group, man. You know what I'm saying? Soda Boy. But yeah, man. So through my studies and research, a guy from Baltimore, man, Archie, Yayo, man. Shout out to Yayo, man. Stand up, solid individual, man, from Baltimore. We was in the room burning one day, man. And Yayo used to be snatching. He used to go up there, and when he come back, he used to have that raw. And raw different up that way than it is down here. Right. We didn't say raw. That's what I'm talking about. Raw. I'm talking about boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dog food. He'll come back with that great shit and shut the pound down, man.
Right.
Yeah.
That bitch
yeah. So Yayo told me one day, man. He said, boy, man, we used to dialogue. We'll smoke and then just go in the zone, man, and just start talking about, just start building on different shit. And he says a lot to you, man. He said, man, you know what you're missing? you missing substance.
Right.
You missing substance. And I didn't understand what he meant by that. He was like, man, like, you need more substance. You need more evidence of the things that you believe, because you have the personal magnetism, you got the gift of gab, you can spit it.
Right.
He said, but it's not evident in your everyday, homie. And so, I was half man, you know what I'm saying? Still operating from my lower nature, you know what I'm saying? And so I did no elevation. I could get in conversation. I knew exactly what to say because I knew the literature, but it's like practicing medicine or, you know what I'm saying, electrical work, you know what I'm saying? You can have the language, but do you actually, have the experience? Do you know how to actually do the knowledge? Can you work? You know what I'm saying? And I knew the language, but I wasn't walking it. And to the people that was actually doing the knowledge and walking the talk, when I would dialogue with them, I noticed that there was an apprehension with dealing with me because it was a level of disappointment. I'm still eating pork. I'm still, fucking my body up. Well, nigga, you talking about your body as a temple, why you walking like that? You know what I'm saying?
You don't eat pork?
No, I don't eat meat, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm pescatarian, you know what I'm saying? I ain't eat
seafood and chicken.
No, seafood, just seafood, period, you know what I'm saying? I've been that since Martin Luther King Day 2016.
Okay, that's what's up.
Just quit cold turkey because it was one of my homeboys. He just stopped cold turkey. He was just telling me, man, it's a mind thing. I'm gonna stop eating it. He stopped eating it for a year, and I watched him closely. I would have other people watching. But yeah, man, so once I started doing the knowledge, I realized that that's what it was about. You know what I'm saying? I got better results as well. So you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Tamayo Alejandro gave me that book, man, and that was the beginning of me actually walking the shit that I was saying, and everything coming full circle and coming.
Action speak louder than words.
Right. You know what I'm saying? 85% of communication non-verbal. Yeah. Action speak louder than word. Absolutely. Energy speak for itself. So in the sense of talking, what's understood.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? When you put that work in, you ain't got to tell a motherfucker you gangster, man. You just, it's evident. The people gonna talk. You know what I'm saying? The people gonna talk. I don't have to tell you that. You know
Speaking of putting that work in, man, so like my brother said, you got a clothing line, you got music, you got all these other things running, man. So since
certified electrician, certified brick mason.
I watched your episode, man. I was like, damn, you got a lot running, man. So with all of that running, man,
got a podcast going.
Yeah, podcast, man. It's a whole lot, man. So what
got a full plate, don't you?
What challenges have you faced? Because you've been doing that clothing line since you was in.
Yeah.
So what challenges have you faced since you've been home as far as getting everything running?
It's actually all timing, to be honest. Just the vetting process of finding the right manufacturer. Shout out to Ms. Baker, man. You know what I'm saying? She had, a lot of people thought we had more going on than we did, but she I was still hustling. Because and if I'm being honest, I hustled all the way up until I went home. You know what I'm saying? Everything. I was selling everything. I'm talking about meth, modeling. I'm talking about whatever it was. I'm just saying because but that's the beginning of this right here. Yeah. Because it's like every time I would make a certain amount of money, I would buy more merch. And I would buy more merch. I would draw up ideas. I'd send them to my sister. And when I started, it was like, well, you ain't got no money. We ain't got no more. I'm like, man, don't worry about the money. That's all you got to do. All you got to do is dig the ditches, so to speak. Like I got the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Just dig the ditches. The rain gonna come. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, just do what's in your power to do is give me information. Right. You can give me the information. Don't worry about what my faith, because my faith is going to carry me past that, and the universe is going to conspire in my favor, and it's going to come. Right. And I started, you know what I'm saying? I started hustling, and I had been hustling, but I was hustling for different reasons. And at this point, once I drew up the ideas and the concepts, I got serious about I got serious about I got serious about putting my I got serious about putting my idea into fruition, and that's crazy. Go back in the room.
You good, man?
Yeah.
Just like buck. Look like a young buck.
Right? Yeah.
Look like a young buck.
But yeah, go back in the room. Go back in there. Go back.
Well, got trained though, boy.
No question.
Was you the dog? That boy don't have no question. Was you the dog? What's
Yes, sir. No, seriously, I got serious about sending the ideas on to my people, getting them to set sending them the bread, like, and I put it in finance, everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the footwork was done by my sisters, be clear about that.
Yeah.
And it couldn't, being self-made don't come without a team, you know what I'm saying? You know, I might be the face of Trino Da Vinci, the idea and the concept came through me, and I'm the nucleus to, you know what I'm saying?
Almost said the nucleus.
Ain't no question.
I was gonna say Shanika was dropping everything. Every time
Ain't no
you say
question.
something, you know,
And
she's like,
because you gotta have somebody else
that
that actually believe in your dreams, goals, and ideas, you know what I'm saying? And fortunately, I had the support of my two sisters.
You got people though, bro.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, 19 years, people forget you exist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Buried alive. You buried alive.
Exactly. And I got one called Buried Alive, man. Y'all go on SoundCloud, man. Soda Boy Bug, man. Y'all look that up, man. I'm on them.
tell you on the ground floor, you better get on.
Yeah.
That boy spit
Yeah,
that.
I say the rookie card. So yeah, man. They started putting it together, and somebody introduced me to a CO who had her own shoot, and they just wanted her to see what I was sketching up.
Right.
And she was like, "Look, I got a manufacturer." She was hesitant, reluctant, because she didn't deal with rats. She hated snitches. I'm talking about she was outwardly vocal about that. So she looked my paperwork up, looked me up, you know what I'm saying, read my shit. She seen that I was solid, you know what I'm saying. I was introduced to her by some solid individuals. Shout out to Collard Green, man, from the O.
Collard Green.
And you know what I'm saying? My boy fighting the elbow right now.
Damn.
Yeah. Majority of the dudes I fuck with, you know what I'm saying? Life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the interview the other day, boy said some real shit. Boy, he was
Oh no, yeah.
Over there goes the Cats on America's Most Wanted.
Oh no, definitely. He in a unique situation right now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see he want to give his government name, right?
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, off camera, I'll let you know what that is, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, she gave me her manufacturer, and she hadn't already vetted him because she had been through a series of manufacturers, and when I seen it, you know what I'm saying? You see the quality of the work, y'all looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all.
When the thread is A1, you don't see it pulling it up. This thing A1.
The same consistency that you'll get from Adidas, Nike,
Nigga clean
Polo.
too.
You know what I'm saying? Like
in the flesh.
Yeah, like it's all authentic. You know what I'm saying? So, once you know I started dealing with him, you know I got transferred and went up north and went up to Virginia and started doing, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing on the hustle. So every time I would get to a certain amount of money, I would send that bread home.
Right.
And it ain't coming back in the system. I got re-up money, and all the profit just went to the crib. Sis, order me another load. Order me another load. Order me another load. So the challenges that I face coming home, though, and I still face or whatever, is because I'm stationary, I'm not able to move around.
Right.
It's actually, you know, people, you know, they love, you know, the product or whatever, and those who, I got, you know, guys who done pull up and support the hustle, but majority of my shit is sold out of state, up north, and we got within the next 2 weeks, I got the Leatherman coats. You know what I'm saying? I got the varsity jackets, genuine leather. You know what I'm saying?
For winter time,
no question. But like I said, majority of my clientele is up north. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where it actually get
Cold, snow and shit.
Yeah.
Let the people know where they can find it, man.
Well, you can find it on TrinoDaVinci.com. I'm always posting. You know what I'm saying? You go on TrinoDaVinci.com. You can ask, "Hey Siri, who is Trino Da Vinci?" I guarantee it's gonna pop up. And when it pop up, click the link, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all original, it's all authentic. Whatever you ask, you know what I'm saying? you whatever it is you go on that phone and ask, you know what I'm saying, about Trino Da Vinci. It's only one Trino Da Vinci. The name, trademark, everything trademark, everything legitimized, man. You know what I'm saying? You order, you're gonna get it. You can leave your comments. You don't like the material, whatever the case. I guarantee you're gonna love it. But if you don't like it, it ain't your style, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment, let me know, or whatever, man. I give you 100% refund, man, everything, because I stand on that product, you know what I'm saying?
Customer service at its finest, my
Ain't no question.
Hey, so like my man said, you can look him up and hey, hit him up on TrinoDaVinci.com. You get anything you want, like you see, high quality. He put it out there. So also he got his what was the name of your podcast? You hit it for him.
Let the record reflect.
Let the record reflect. Y'all go out there, y'all like and subscribe to that, and also with your Handwrite podcast, you make sure y'all like and subscribe to that. Man, I wish we had a whole lot of time. We're gonna have to do a part 2 and 3 of this.
Now, hold on. Before we chop it up, so with everything my homeboy got running, as you heard, he dropped them lyrics. He got his record label.
Let him flow real quick.
Yeah.
Let him drop it real quick.
Well, we're gonna give him a taste and let him flow, and then we're gonna give him a top 5 Florida DJs.
Okay, we can do that.
It's home team, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So, my boy, Soul Bub, go ahead and drop that lyrics on him, man. Give him a little taste.
Shit,
give them something that they ain't heard, man, or can't hear.
This shit right here, I got some shit I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like I got, just cause a nigga stuck with you, that don't mean he fuck with you. Might be on some fuck shit or might just be a fuck nigga. That's why I don't trust niggas. Far as I can see them, and far as I'm concerned, niggas cost me my freedom. That's why I don't get along with half the goons from my platoon. But it's death before the sun when it come to that courtroom. Battlefield scars, tattoos and war wounds. Everybody with me is strapped, ready for war. You don't know who you fucking with and what I done been through. The shit I done survived or the evil that men do, please. Don't let the smooth taste fool you, trying to figure out the way I move and maneuver. In a room full of vultures, snakes, rats, and roaches, dope fiends and smokers. Yeah, a shake bag for the basers, the shoebox full of Franklin faces, till it's all about accounts in remote locations. When I touch down, I'm yelling, fuck probation. I made the best out of a bad situation. Before I ever had shit, I had niggas hating, hoe ass niggas waiting for me to take a loss, hoping I get caught, fail, or fall off.
Pull him off, dog. Pull him off, man.
I'm all boss. You know the name, I'm pretty sure you done heard of me. Back in the days when I was pushing that Burgundy, 93 sedan DeVille. Plus the Mercury. Caught a fair case, fuck nigga tried to murder me verbally. Say the nigga did it for a time cut. Tell him when that time's up, better have his 9 tuck. I got him lined up just to come and see a nigga. He had his nuts crossed, hoping they ain't free a nigga. I guess he figured with me out the picture there. This would be the perfect chance for him to try to be a nigga. With the swag of a flag, dressing up in drag pants too tight to sag. Repping a rainbow flag, that shit you got in your stash, nigga, that ain't no cash. You just talking out your ass, you ain't saying shit other than attention to me. You ain't paying shit, just over there, betting on air, barely hanging on by a wing and a prayer. Then got the nerve trying to claim you a player, knowing motherfucking well, you a lame and a square. Bitch, I'm the flame and the flare, so heavy in the game, got game I can spell. Yeah, I'm from the city where it's rare for niggas to play foul, break bread, or shell. Newtown, 27, Newtown, Sarasota, 27 links. When niggas leave beef stretched out in the streets, the city full of surprises, all rise. Remove that mask and do away with them disguises. Called snitches come in all shapes and sizes. 9 times out of 10, be the nigga beside you. The same one who you thought was a rider. Fuck round, caught a case, now he trying to hide you, but real bad boys move in silence, and the best licks is ones with no violence. Fresh off the showroom floor, you see that showroom glow? The best whips is ones with no mileage. Still waters run deep, and that's why every time you see me, bitch, I be 1 deep. Heat, big fire on the front seat. I'm here to put you pussy ass niggas on Front Street. Yeah, I'm stuck.
Coming from your head,
yeah, that shit, that's some throwback shit though, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, y'all make sure. I'm telling y'all, get in on the ground floor, man. There's so above, out there, man, doing a little bit of everything, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. So normally what we do throughout our podcast, we at least drop a top 5, man, and I'm gonna let you roll into it, man. What you got for top 5?
And our guest, that boy Soda Bud, that y'all heard, just spit that fire.
Hot fire.
great ass bars.
Yeah.
Hey, he had the recommendation of we should do top 5 Florida DJs.
All right, there it is.
I mean, to be honest, I feel like to be honest, like Florida style of DJs don't get the notoriety and recognition they deserve, and especially, and I'm not just saying this because I'm from Florida, man. Shout out to JPE, man, John Pony Express DJs.
Yeah,
man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's funny because I seen La Cool Jock many years ago.
Well,
Probably like
La Cool Jock whole show.
06. Matter of fact, he had a box Chevy. You know what I'm saying? Clean as fuck with the U on it. And I'm a Gators fan, but my nigga, you know what I'm saying? That nigga snap. That nigga snap. And I'm saying,
Cool
nigga
Jock.
was like, who in the fuck is that? I'm like, that's La Cool Jock.
That's La Cool Jock.
Like, how the fuck y'all don't know La Cool Jock is? You know what I'm saying? It was surprising to me, but like Jam Pony Express, like what they did, right? In the music to this day.
DJ Screw. Like I tell you,
like
La Cool Jock, Jam Pony Express, and with Choppy Screw, before it was Choppy Screw.
Man, and I used to tell my nigga, shout out to Texas, shout out to Texas.
I love Texas.
We
love Texas. Y'all jamming, we love y'all. Shout out to Screw.
Ain't no question. I told
all
my
the
niggas,
niggas.
and it was a joke that I used to tell my niggas all
one
the
of my
time.
favorites.
I say my nigga.
But that slowed down.
DJ Screw had some family in Florida, my nigga.
But that slowed down.
Tampa Tony, Rock Tampa Tony. Slow down, mix it down, nigga. Take it back to this shit, dog.
I'm gonna lean in because I'm older.
But no, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we dealing with like top 5, like I did, a lot of people say top 5, and it's hard to say because I've been a fan of hip hop since since like, you know what I'm saying, since Crush Groove and
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, like no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like The Last Dragon, Crush Groove, and like
that nigga
these
used to spit at the basketball courts,
favorite motherfucking movies are, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I've been following hip hop since before, you know what I'm saying? Like
the shit was a fad.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So like when I think of like to this day, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the GOAT is the person who coined that phrase. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, like you have to categorize top 5, and to like each generation. You know what I'm saying? Like because to be honest, you have to like if you're talking about like let's just say 89 to 99, like or 89. You know what I'm saying? Like 83 to 89. There's no way you gonna exclude Cool J. Because I remember when Cool J was 16 years old.
But now
the youngest nigga in the game. You know what I'm saying? So that's forever and always gonna be. But these dudes pioneered certain things, you know what I'm saying, in the game. Cool J came and did something that Run DMC wasn't doing because he was the youngest nigga doing it.
Right.
But then you can't exclude Rakim.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He the GOAT.
You can't, you know what I'm saying? The original God MC.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then like you can't exclude what he did. You can't exclude Big Daddy Kane. And it's like, how can you go back to the 80s? You know what I'm saying? Like,
ain't no half step. Like, Big Daddy Kane one more.
Big Daddy Kane, and it's a reason why you, and I tell like a lot of niggas, like, it's a reason why you still know these dudes' names. Right. So like if I was going back to the 80s, it would have to be Cool J, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim. It would have to be, I had to go, you can't exclude KRS One, but you can't exclude EPMD.
No,
like, how do you,
Smith.
see what I'm saying? Like, but then when you move into the 90s, the 90s, let's just say early 90s, how you gonna say hip hop without saying JT Money, homie?
Oh, the
how the fuck is you gonna say? And I mean, I understand like,
Daddy.
that's a flaw, but no, I'm just saying before that, you like when you go back to Poison Clan, and you say JT Money, you know what I'm saying? Like,
nigga, everything like that you teach us, JT teach all of us.
See what But he was
Stacking
actually
books. Map on the dashboard.
You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So, like now you want to exchange for Scarface from a top 10 list.
Right.
I mean a top 5 list.
Cube.
How you going to excuse? Like, and see back then, that's another thing. Like when you talk about classic material, you can see I'm getting hyped because this is what I'm passionate about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when we talk about classic tapes, like a tape wasn't a classic.
Start to finish.
That bitch had to be start
to finish. I ain't got to fast forward and rewind.
That bitch had 16 songs on it. At least 12 of them songs had to be the most jamming. Like,
And if it was 14 out of 16, nigga, that bitch a classic.
a classic.
That bitch a classic.
Go back to Lethal Injection.
The Predator.
Predator.
Business as usual.
See what I'm saying?
Poison mentality,
But see,
nigga.
listen, but when you go back, like you go back to this nigga Spice One, Murder She Wrote,
Murder, She Wrote,
nigga, Big Mike,
Yeah.
so
serious.
Man, come
So
on, man.
serious, nigga.
So how did you?
Happy
I ain't even
thing.
got the
Pimp
pop.
C, nigga.
I ain't even got the pop yet. I ain't even got to the purple tape. I ain't even got the purple. I ain't even got to the purple tape.
Big boy. Big boy.
No. Raekwon the Chef.
Nigga, Cuban Links.
Know what I'm saying?
Incarcerated Scarfaces.
Know what I'm saying?
Nigga, I'm trying. Ghostface.
Man, come on, man. Like, so when you go into like,
Right.
these, like you had to break this bitch down into categories because, like, if you talk about top 5 classic albums, you know what I'm saying? Like, Criminal. You would have to.
Against all odds.
You know what I'm saying?
All eyes on me. Wu-Tang. In their 36 shades.
See what I'm saying? Like, you can't take that away from them. Like, so when they be giving that top 5 list, that shit biased. And you can't even squeeze Eminem in the category. And I'm gonna take that from dude. The dude fine. I feel like he made one of like
I can roll now.
that lose yourself in the music. I feel like at the
Rock and
moment
roll.
that hit, and I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna be completely honest, my nigga. I was in prison when he did Lose Yourself, and I just, to me personally, because hip hop is our thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this, like inner city, and you know what I'm saying? Like
We created this.
this us, and if the way he captured a hip hop moment, you know what I'm saying? His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, like yours is vomit on his sweater already. Like he giving you
spaghetti.
right. So when that brother said, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect. I'm saying when he said that, he captured the essence of an MC.
Right.
And nobody had done that yet.
Right.
I feel like he gave you some of the like the greatest
You put
music.
50 on, dog.
No, definitely. But he gave you some of the greatest MCing in the game.
Right.
But I would never call him no motherfucking GOAT.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For one, that's gonna always be Cool J to me, personally.
Cool J on Andre 3000.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, even three stacks is that dude.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't give credit to CeeLo Green because they know the new CeeLo Green. CeeLo was
Cool J credit? That nigga done put 10 albums out.
no, definitely.
You know, you on top for so long. That nigga, Cool J.
Ain't no question.
Boy, when he was in
But when you talk about, like I say, when you talk about doing like tapes, you got Murder Music, classic,
Right.
Mobb Deep album,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That Melvin Flint album, you know what I'm saying? Nori, like that was a classic. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the purple tape, to me personally, is going.
That's
It's a
your
purple because around we in the South, and niggas was literally riding around listening to that. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas around here in the South was actually riding around listening to, you know what I'm saying? That only built for Cuban links. That Midnight Marauder.
So
I'm talking about
that Trino Da Vinci.
You know what I'm
See,
saying?
that's how we know you jamming. See, if we jamming you down here,
Yeah.
and you from up north, out west, but every nigga jamming you,
Right.
You jamming.
Because niggas was extremely biased against music that didn't come from the South.
Right.
They were like, oh, y'all got y'all ideas and concepts about niggas from the South. Oh, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? And that's, to me personally, that's why New York niggas, it's hard for them to get in the game now because they be on their own dick too much, like to the point where it's like y'all got so much bias with everybody else. Of course, we know hip hop started up, you know what I'm saying? But that ain't where it ended it. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be judgmental about the way the game is developing.
Yeah,
The only thing I got a problem with this new generation of music is when we was growing up, everybody had their own unique style. You had had 9 original members of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Had different flows.
And not one of them sounded like the other one.
He finna go ahead and finish what you saying. He finna say what I just said all the time. Go ahead, man.
Now it's like we was all fighting for individuality. You know what I'm saying? And so at this point, everybody is fighting for one style. It's like I went to the studio and dude was like, "Oh yeah, man, you know, you spit this like this," and boy, my engineer, you sound like Lil Baby. I'm like, "What the fuck would I do that?"
Right.
You already have a Lil Baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Lil Baby is who Lil Baby is because he sounds like Lil Baby. He don't sound like somebody else. Future is Future because he sounds like Future. He don't sound like somebody else. And so all of these dudes, they have a cookie cutter mentality. Whereas, like, if you're not rapping like Future, then you should be rapping like Lil Baby. If you ain't rapping like Lil Baby, you should sound like Lil Thug, Young Thug. And if you ain't rapping like them, you know what I'm saying? So they don't want their own individual, unique style. And that's why every time somebody come with a unique style that separate them from the bunch, because this is my style. Yak don't sound like none of the niggas in the industry.
Right. Kodak Black.
You know, right, Kodak Black. He don't sound like none of the niggas in the industry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Boss Man D-Lo, he came out.
That nigga jamming.
You know what I'm saying?
But he got his own lane. That's why he's jamming.
lane. So I'm gonna go as far as to say, even with a motherfucker like Trinidad James,
Right.
as comical, one-hit wonder as it was,
That nigga chewing.
he didn't sound like nobody else. So it
And
made
he
you
producing.
when Nicki Minaj came out,
Yep.
she didn't sound like
She had
any
her own
other
lane.
female energy that was involved. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Like I said,
Jeezy ain't the lyricist.
right.
But you can't tell me he ain't jamming.
Nah, straight up. So you know what I'm saying?
You know who else don't sound like nobody else? Soda Boy.
Oh, ain't no question. Because with me, it's for one, I'm me. And you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of comparisons or whatever, but the truth is, you know what I'm saying, when you try to fit me in this box, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna start doing, like if you go on SoundCloud and you type in Soda Boy Bob, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gon' every song is a different beat and there's a different flow on each song. So my flow is tailor-made to whatever the beat. Like, I'm gonna give you the raw energy of what I'm going through in the moment. So when you hear me, like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm sitting down on the couch and I'm rapping about what we doing right now in this moment, that's what make it authentic. That's what make it jamming. That's what make it real, because it's relatable, because the people who actually tune in to what this, or vibrate to this frequency. And there's always, I don't care negative or positive, there's always a crowd that's vibrating to the same frequency as you. So you know what I'm saying? And I tell people that whether it's through music or whether it's through character, you know, whatever energy you projecting, there's always somebody that's gonna match that energy, and it's gonna come back to you.
Reciprocated season.
Ain't no question. So you know what I'm saying? And that's a good reason to be humble. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Humble and hungry.
ain't no question. Yeah.
Like, so we done took it to hip hop or whatever. What's your top 5 Florida DJs?
But I mean, like I say, you know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be, you know what I'm saying, Champ Pony.
JP.
And right up under Champ Pony, rest in peace, is gonna be Uncle Al. And because I personally I met them people. Like I'm like them were the first celebrities I knew. You know what I'm saying? You
moving to Miami and shit like that.
Yeah. So, you know,
there's some hoes in this house. But y'all don't know who Uncle Al. Y'all know Uncle Al. Y'all might not know his name.
Yeah.
But y'all know Uncle Al. There's some hoes in this house.
Rock and Rod, you know what I'm saying? Rock and Rod, shout out to Tampa, man, you know what I'm saying? And then you had DJ Magic Mike, you know what I'm saying? You can't never forget DJ Magic Mike.
Drop that bass.
No question. You know what I'm saying? Like, and them boys came through that with that whole bass movement. And see, a lot of people don't know that, you know what I'm saying?
Miami bass.
Yeah, man, I would have to say round here, and it's crazy, but
it's kind of
I can't go local. And if I gotta go local, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna definitely I'm gonna have to say Beastie G. You know what I'm saying? That name still ring bells, man. And he coming out of the 80s, man. You know what I'm saying? So, man, shout out to Beastie G, man. Still around here doing his thing, man. And I just seen him the other day, matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Man, you shouted out my whole list just about, but except for one, man. This cat don't get no respect in the industry.
Tampa Tony?
No, Mr. Mix.
Okay, yeah, like
Mr. Mix.
I ain't all the way up on him.
Two Live Crew.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mr. Mix.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like he was out there, but he was like, I don't know, he wasn't who them boys was to me. So you know what I'm saying? Two Live Crew is legendary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, first Miami, then Florida. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like to me personally, like you know, Brother Marquise was always my.
Two Live Crew.
R.I.P. Marquise, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But out of Florida though, yeah, it's the top MC forever and always from Florida, just the state of Florida. Oh yeah, it's gonna always be JT Money. Like, he was the first. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one man wrecking ball. That's wrecking y'all. Here's some advice. I'll wreck you. Oh, you motherfuckers, stop talking trash and step the fuck out my way. I won't act. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like,
What's your top five?
That man, he named off all of them, man. I got Uncle Al, Magic Mike, Mr. Mix, JPE, you know, all of them that Anthony, Diamond D, Hot Rod, Laku Ja, all of them.
You know what y'all ain't named? Disco Dave.
Oh, Disco Dave. Yeah. That's crazy.
Y'all ain't named Disco Dave. Everybody y'all said on my list. Disco Dave, Tampa Tony. You know, we already said Tampa Tony earlier. Tampa Tony. You know
what?
See,
I ain't gonna like Rock and Rod from over that way because of what he was doing, like especially with the slow down, you know, and we done had this conversation on the rec yard, and you know what I'm saying, just talking to niggas from all over the state of Florida, and everybody wasn't on slow down music, you know what I'm saying?
They talking about DJ Screw, boy, I'm telling you,
I remember going up to Tampa Tony had that slow down.
Right.
He had that slow down Jam Pony Express tape for me. And we had I had went to Atlanta and I was up there with my cousin. And I remember putting the tape in, this was 96, I remember putting the tape in. And nigga thought the tape was eating up to get the tape. Man, what the fuck is that? I'm like, yo, what is up? It was that Michael Jackson versus Prince.
That's Smooth Criminal. It's that Prince.
It's that Prince cut. One side it was Michael Jackson, one side it was Prince.
That was the Royal CD.
All that shit down there. You know what I'm saying?
Eddie, are you okay?
Ain't no question.
Eddie, are you okay?
Yeah.
Boy, that was the jail, boy.
So yeah, man, we, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm entrenched in that, and you know, I hold true to that. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop had a lot of influence. So like nowadays, I feel like I say I understand them young dudes and what they doing. I think it took a turn for the worse. We was telling our authentic stories or whatever, but now it's like, you know, we come from the hustlers mentality,
right?
And like these dudes coming out the house. Straight off the porch. We came off the porch as an assembly. Well, there wasn't no porch. We was cast straight to the streets because majority of us in the projects, you know what I'm saying, mama and daddy probably got caught up in that first wave of the crack era, and you know, Project Lane, old projects, new projects, Cornwall, you know what I'm saying, Central Gardens, you know what I'm saying, Augustine Quarters, you know what I'm saying, like
Augustine Quarters. Boy, you went back in the day,
boy. You know, we was forced into that lifestyle. So, you know, when I talk about, like, you know what I'm saying, when I say catching plays for $3 trades from Miss Mays or 5 for the Dove and a new pair of J's, mixing Maybelline with Mayaka Gold, like, you know what I'm saying? I was 12 years old, posted up in it. Like, I didn't go into the streets just so I can have content to rap about. Right. I'm giving you our history, and dudes that know me, they know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Dead Day Tree, 5 for the Dove, you know what I'm saying?
I'm putting it,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm learning about that Dead Day Tree.
Mixing Maybelline, that was loud back then, you know what I'm saying? Mike could go, look it up. Wanted to cover Hot Times, like that was the pressure back then. So, you know, I give off that energy, and I ain't saying like dudes is wrong for the lifestyle that they living, but you know what I'm saying, or the lifestyle that chose them. I just feel like they drawn to the streets for the wrong reason because there's so many ways. And you got a lot of young people that's, you know what I'm saying, that's not putting themselves out there and they not you know, like for my little brother, for example, I Hate Jamal on SoundCloud. Go get him, man. I'm talking about. I'm putting everything. I'm betting the house on him. He raw, homie.
Right.
He raw. You know what I'm saying? Mr. 2-3. He Jit, one of the rawest MCs, but he not talking about. You know what I'm saying? Blam and nothing. He ain't talking about walking down on shit and you know what I'm saying? Like sitting up, like and you don't, and it's evident when you listen to Lil Yachty or like you know what I'm saying? It's a host of individuals in the game, man. That's fucking with the music when you don't have to put yourself. You know what I'm saying? Childish Gambino, you can afford success without actually sacrificing
your soul.
You know what I'm saying? Everything. You're like you're
going with the trend.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like, and even if you is living like that, like I knew about who Shorty Low was in the streets before I knew about.
He was rapping, right? D4L.
But when D4L came out, they came out with Laffy Town. That man wasn't talking about who he actually was in the streets.
But he already paid that money though. Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was like, you know, niggas are still active. You know what I'm saying? I was up there, man, back on Boulder Crest. You know what I'm saying? I was up there on Boulder Crest. At the Piggly Wigglies, Atlanta Wings and shit. Like I'm right there on Boulder Crest. Like you know what I'm saying? Like so, you know, we you know, I'm navigating. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, you know, I'm on the run from the feds, and it's in 2004. You know what I'm saying? Club Insomnia and shit like that. Like
Peaches.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I remember 559. You know what I'm saying? 96. I remember Freaknik. Like I'm moving around up there.
Real Freaknik.
Yeah, like I'm up there in Riverdale, Clayco, and you know what I'm saying? Southwest. You know what I'm saying? The SWATs and all of that shit there, man. Like I was really, you know what I'm saying? Over there on Don Juan. Like I move around the A. You know what I'm saying? You know, because of my family members, you know what I'm saying? DeKalb County, all that shit, man. Yeah. So, you know certain names that ring bells. And them dude, but I brought all of that up to say that you knew who them people was in the streets before they actually came out. The niggas didn't come out actually like glorifying. You know what I'm saying? Something that was so detrimental. I mean,
already was rubbing elbows with them before they even became mainstream.
I wasn't rubbing elbows with them, but I actually
knew of them. You're right. He chewing in these streets.
Ain't no question. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, to all of our Florida listeners and any of those Florida fans out there, y'all can hit us up at your handwrite podcast at gmail.com. Let us know who your top 5 Florida DJs are. Also, check out my man. Go ahead and shout yourself out, dog.
Soda Boy Bug, PSMG, you know what I'm saying? Let the record reflect on YouTube,
Spotify,
SoundCloud. You can look up Soda Boy Bug. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for merch, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff got to be ordered offline, but TrinoDaVinci.com. TrinoDaVinci.com. Y'all go to the site, make sure you click shop all. If you got any questions, man, my DM, I'm on Facebook, Trino Da Vinci, one word, on TikTok, Trino Da Vinci, 2 words on Facebook, Trevino_Da Vinci_ on IG, man. Y'all get at me, man. So the word ball.
All right, indeed. So before we close out, man, we got NFL picks, man. You've been watching
NFL
picks today. All right, man. So we're gonna go ahead and close this out, man.
Hey,
what you got for the people?
I'm gonna say this. I'm so glad to see my homeboy.
Right.
Me and this cat been tight since knee high. Like I'm talking about like knee high. Me and this cat ain't never had no issues. Like never fall out about no money, no females.
No.
fuck shit.
And they ain't gonna do that.
Never that, my boy.
Yeah.
But as y'all see, like he a real solid dude, and y'all know D-Ham ain't gonna never shoot you no beanstalks and don't tell you no wise tales. Like, man, make sure y'all check out my homeboy at TrinoDaVinci.com. Make sure you check him out. Check out his music at Soda Bub. Soda Bub. Like y'all saw what he spit. That boy spit number bars. You know what I'm saying? As always, y'all stay humble, stay hungry, stay shining, stay grinding, stay blessed. We gonna get up.
All right, and in the words of my man Stevie Wonder, hate knows love's the cure. So y'all stop hating.
And my homeboy gonna close us out.
Hey man, like I said, man, y'all get at me, man, on all platforms, man.
Here we go. Your Handwrite Podcast.